welcome into Division II for boys, Gateway, Legacy, and Camp Jewell House. Gateway will be in those white uniforms going right to left. Camp Jewell House in the black uniforms going left to right. And right off the bat, we have a little bit of confusion.
Well,
I think might have been something in the book, but in any case, we're ready to go here. Opening tip played back, and Gateway will come up with it. So walking up in the front court is Felipe Garcia. Off to Santiago Pretel. Garcia back on that wing, and now we'll rotate it around. 3-ball, good triple
nice
by
one.
Santiago Pretel. And a 3-0 lead for Gateway. I'm not sure why they put them as guests on the scoreboard, but underneath that doesn't go. Now back out front to Laron Thomas. Thomas working out on the wing to Keontae Huff. Trying to swing it across. That's picked off, and out of there with it comes Felipe Garcia. Pushes it ahead, and the layup for Sebastian Medina. Make it 5-0. Deep three. That rattles around and out for Thomas. Rebound tracked down. We have a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. That will be on Keontae Huff. His first and team first for Camp Jewell House.
Yeah, Santiago Pretel got his first rebound of the afternoon. We are afternoon, right? Aren't we? Yeah.
More or less. I mean, you kind of just come in here and like 12 hours later you leave. So it all runs together after a while. I got a whistle and a foul in the middle of the floor.
He only clubbed him, huh?
More or less. Will be on Markel Picard. That's his first, team second. Garcia out front. Felipe back off to Medina. Now on the near side to David Mbai. Garcia again working against what appears to be a 2-3 zone from Camp Jewell House. 3-ball on the wing. That wouldn't go. And out of bounds it goes.
That's an interesting name, Camp Jewell House.
Yep, from Decatur, Georgia, out of the GAPPS. 27-2 on the year, coached by DeJuan Jackson. Turnover, and back to the way comes Gateway to push it up into the front court. And that is out of bounds.
One of my favorite names that we came across these tournaments is the Potter's House.
Yep, there's a few of those.
I love that name.
Around the country, especially in churches.
Yeah.
There are a few of those. So.
Reminds you you're in the Lord's hands to make you into what he wants you to be.
On the baseline, that won't go. Rebound picked up on the inside, put back up, no. Tipped again, and finally coming out of there with it is Santiago Pretel. Pressure in the backcourt. We got a whistle and another foul. And be on Laron Thomas. That's his first, team third. Gateway Legacy, by the way, out of, you said that's around St. Louis, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Independent team at 12-9 on the year, coached by Charles Cunningham. Down the lane, that runner's no good. Rebound taken out of there by Bobble Diallo.
Mr. Diallo.
Thomas got a step down the lane, floats it up. That wouldn't go too hard. Now back to the way comes Gateway. Pushing it up is Garcia. Across the floor, we got a whistle and another foul. That's going to be on Bobble Diallo. That's his first, team fourth. And then somebody got a technical foul, I think.
Are you sure?
Yes, Javion Leak just got a technical too.
Well,
so add that one to the mix. So we'll take a break. We'll come back with more here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So free throw is off the mark, and Garcia will have one more coming. So 1 out of 2 for Garcia, as Gateway will play it in on the far side. 5:15 to go in the first. A 6-0 lead for Gateway Legacy. This score is throwing me off too, because they have the scoreboard flipped. The team that should be home is listed as guest. So that's not helping my cause any too much. Out front, Huff with it. Now down the lane, that runner wouldn't go for Thomas. Garcia works out of that double team. Now they swing it across the far side. Try to go baseline. This deflects all the way into the backcourt, and that will be Camp Jewell House basketball. A lot of discussion during that timeout between the coach for Camp Jewell House, DeLon Jackson, and some of these officials as far as what's going on exactly. I think he's got a little bit of a gripe with a couple of these fouls. I mean, you have to be able to play defense somewhere along the line. 3-ball on the wing is good.
Javion
by Leak. First points of the game for Camp Jewell House.
Like it was in some kind of slippery stuff and slid right through the net.
6-3. And a little bit of a double team out front. They give it off to Patel down the lane. Tried to give it up, and then it was knocked away. Patel couldn't get that to go, and finally cleared up underneath by Diallo. Bobble hands it off. Thomas working his way down the lane. Now back out front to Huff. Swings it back around the baseline. Good pass back to the middle. That wouldn't go from Huff. And now Gateway bring it up again. 3:45 to go opening quarter. Pull up 3 on the wing. That's good. Triple for Santiago Pretel. And a 9-3 lead. 3-ball on the right side. That's short out of the hands of Thomas.
Okay, Felipe Garcia with the rebound, his first of the day.
Garcia pushes it up, 3-ball on the wing. That rattles off. No good for Pretel. Still going here. Couple more shots at it, wouldn't fall. And we got a whistle and a foul underneath. And now we got a technical foul, another one. As that foul is on Gateway's Santiago Pretel. His first, team first. And the technical foul was on Keontae Huff. I'm trying to figure out what exactly he did that got a technical foul. I mean, he got tied up with.
Well, who? Oh, his 10.
He got tied up with Pretel, but. To the free throw line goes Felipe Garcia for a couple of free throws. So make those and make it now an 11-3 game. And a timeout to Gateway. Take a break. Be back here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Down the wing, that pass skips through. And out of the timeout, and the turnover. Back the other way. Oh, my goodness. That was set up to be something phenomenal and a little bit too tall. And picked up, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath.
Number 5, got the rim, Babel Diallo. That was his 3rd rebound.
So David Mbai picks up his first foul, team second. And Babel Diallo to the free throw line. First one.
Ooh.
And one more coming here.
There you go.
So Diallo 1 out of 2, make it 11-4. Jumper on the wing, that's off the mark. Pushing it back up is Javion Leak. And pass almost got through the hands of Thomas, but he corralled it a little bit.
He managed to stretch out just enough to get it.
That is a foul. Yes, sir, it is. That will be on Alex Mena. That's his first, team 3rd. He looked kind of surprised, but it whacked him across both arms.
Yeah, he got him pretty good.
First free throw off the mark for Thomas. Laurent will have one more coming.
That's one of those fouls. He wasn't a cheapie. Well,
one thing about it, Cam Jewell doesn't exactly have a deep bench as the free throw goes for Lake.
Do you realize this game here marks over the halfway mark through the tournament now?
That was poked away from behind and eventually goes out of bounds. So we'll be Gateway basketball. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yep. In the last game, double overtime victory was the halfway point.
And that gets poked away, and that should be over and back. And that's the right call because it initially was tapped, but then it was back under control and then skipped back over the half-court line. Leak with it. Flips it off on the left side. Runner there won't go from Thomas. And now Gateway to push it back up. Cam Jewell staying in man-to-man defense.
All right. Who's number 1 in white?
I have no idea. Runner on the inside wouldn't go. Now pushing it up is Cam Jewell again. A little stutter step on the wing. Thomas double teamed along the baseline. Tried to spin out of that. Back out front. 3 ball. No. Around and out for Leak.
I don't know who he is, but he's collecting rebounds. That's 2 now.
Back up with it comes Gateway. Pertel works along the baseline. That wouldn't go. Rebound down low, put back up. No, we got a whistle and a foul.
That's Mena under there fighting for that bucket.
Babel Diallo with his second foul. 1:06 to go in this first quarter, an 11-5 lead for Gateway. That one's good. Alex Mena to the free throw line.
I'd say his coach is pushing it a little bit.
So 12-5 is another turnover. Mena with it. Back out front to Pertel. Gateway will set up again. On the lane, that runner wouldn't go. Rebound cleared out by Diallo. As they push it ahead on the break down the lane. The layup is good by Brandon Thomas.
What would be the score now?
12-7 with 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Medina gives it up on the wing. Pratel fires a three.
Yes.
My goodness.
Put it in the book.
Santiago Pratel with his third three-pointer of the quarter. 15-7. Down to 10 seconds to go. Three ball on the baseline. No.
There he is, number one. Third rebound.
On the 3 seconds, that skips out of bounds. I think
Medina.
Ball just took out our camera. Our scoreboard camera, at least. Three-pointer from half court is no good, and that will do it for quarter number one. 15-7 is the lead for Gateway. We'll take a break, come back with more in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So start of the second quarter, a 15-7 lead for Gateway. That pass picked off. Spinning along the baseline. Diallo goes up, that wouldn't go. Rebound tipped, put back up and in by LaRon Thomas.
2 rebounds there, a tap and a put in by LaVon. LaVon, is it L-I-R-O-N?
Yep, LaRon. 15-9. 7:30 to go here in the half. Medina gives it up out front.
To number one.
On down the lane. Stolen away. Now Cam Jewell also bring it up. Thomas. Off on the wing. Down the lane. Runner is good by Javion Leak.
Nice drive by Javion.
Make it 15-11. Patel up into the front court.
I guess Cam Jewell's in a man-to-man. It's just kind of a loosey-goosey man-for-man.
So Medina with it out front. And there's a 5-second violation, and it's every bit of that. I'm starting to wonder what Sebastian was doing because he was making no effort to go anywhere.
Yeah. And we had that game earlier. They didn't call it. This time they did. They nailed it to him.
He comes on the wing for a leak. Jumper won't go. Rebound tracked down and then thrown away. Into the lineup for Gateway comes Miguel Rojas. Come back now for Garcia. Get it back out front. Rojas Again to Garcia. In the wing to Patel. Tried to swing it across. That was deflected and carries out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Gateway to get it again. Three ball out front. That's good. Another triple.
Wow.
For Santiago Patel. That's his 4-3 of the first half.
Man. That is impressive.
Alley-oop underneath and a reverse alley-oop dunk
that?
off the pass to Keontae Huff.
I don't know if I've seen that done before, but in high school.
Off on the wing it goes. Now again, Garcia will walk it back out front.
Jewell seems to be pretty content to leave things where they're at. They're ahead, so why not?
And it's picked off, and then we have a whistle and a foul on the far side. It will be the team fourth. The far side comes Thomas. A post. That's a nice move, and count the bucket plus the foul. Bobble Diallo gets it to go. It'll be the team fifth as Jose Cortez into the lineup.
Nice
so
one.
Good. So Garcia back up in the front court. That wouldn't go. A nice power dribble underneath, and that was lost going up. Garcia out front will back it out and restart. So out front three ball. That's good. A triple, but we do have an illegal screen. So wipe out the hoop. Felipe Garcia will pick up his first and team sixth.
That ain't going to make Felipe very happy. Got that three-pointer and doesn't get to count it. Let's see. Gateway in a 2-3 zone, I guess. Appears to be. Nice, tight, hard work inside. Uh-oh.
Down to the last 3 minutes or so of this half. We had a ball knock away the camera that's facing the scoreboard that we kind of used to see up here because the scoreboard's actually facing away from us. So I had to go back to kind of using my own little scoreboard on my phones, and I'm going to admit that I didn't exactly start and stop the time quite like I should, so it's a little bit of a guess, but roughly 3 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, good enough. Oh,
Baseline
nice block.
shot, that was blocked, but getting it right back is Cortez. Swing it back out front. Garcia down the lane has that erased. And here comes Cam Jewell on the run. Down the lane and the left-handed dunk from Keontae Huff.
All right, put it in the book. There we go.
Well, that is dunking the basketball with a little bit of power.
Yeah, he gave him something to talk about for a while. Saw those kids downstairs in the motel this morning, and there were, well, I don't know how many kids, they're all rattling 1,000 miles an hour. This will give them something to talk about.
So the foul out front on Keontae Huff. That's now his third.
Keontae Huff. No, he is. I'll tell you what, it's number one, got another rebound. That's 6 she's got already today. I don't even know who he is.
Did Miguel make that other free throw or did he miss it? Do you know?
Oh.
Right there.
Oh,
I was doing something else. I didn't see it. That skips all the way through. We'll check the scoreboard at the half. Right now, I've got it as 15-13. He made the first one.
Hey, he could redo it for us, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. So Camp Jewell House will bring it up.
I want to say he missed it.
If it goes on the wing. Trying to skip it through. Picard left it alone. Now back out front. Leak for three. That's off the mark. Back to their way comes Gateway on the run. That layup no good. Rebound picked up inside by Medina. And back the other way for the dunk by LaRon Thomas. So 20-18 is the lead now.
Getting pretty close now. Well, there he is, number one again. He scored another bucket.
And back down under a minute to go in this half.
Well.
20-20 tie. That deflected on the far side. Jumper along the baseline. Rims off, no good. Rebound tipped. And we got a whistle and a foul. So looks like Sebastian Medina will pick up his first. And bonus free throws here.
Another one.
21-20, the lead for Camp Jewell House. Now 22-20.
All right.
Garcia fouled in the backcourt by Markel Picard. That's his second, and again, bonus free throws coming up.
Oh, boy.
It's really not a foul you want to commit that far away from the hoop. Garcia's free throw is good. 22-21, the lead for Camp Jewell House. And Garcia makes a pair. So Thomas back up into the front court here. Hold for one shot for Camp Jewell House as we near the end of the half.
Yep, Camp Jewell will close out the half. What do we got? We don't know.
So and still just standing out there, directing some traffic. Off it comes to Leak. He'll shoot and bank it in.
Boy, I'd be thankful for that one.
Isn't exactly the shot they were looking for, I don't think. And ends up getting tipped out of bounds. And Camp Jewell also have another opportunity. So 24-22, they lead it. Well, it should be 24-22, right?
Sounds good.
And we've got a timeout. 30-second timeout. Be back here in just a moment. And the 3 ball on the corner is good as the half comes to a close. That is a ridiculous shot
It was.
by LeRon Thomas and gives Camp Jewell a 27-22 lead here at the half.
How he stayed inside there, inside the line, I don't know.
First half scoring totals for Gateway. 5 points for Felipe Garcia. He's 5 of 6 in the free throw line. 2 for Sebastian Medina. 12 points for Santiago Pretel. He had 4 3-point field goals. And 2 points for number 1, who is not in the book. Gateway 4 of 6 from 3-point range. For Camp Jewell, 4 points for Babel Diallo. He's 2 of 3 from the line. Keontae Huff with 4 points. Brandon Thomas has 2. 7 for Javion Leak, including 1 3. 10 points for LeRon Thomas, including a 3 and 3 of 4 from the line. Camp Jewell 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. And I'll hand it up to you for our rebounds.
All right, rebounds, first of all, for Gateway. We had Felipe Garcia with 1. Sebastian Medina with 1. Alexander Mame with 1. Santiago Pretel 2. David Mabeye 3. And Alex Mina 2. And the infamous number 1 had 6 for a total of 16 rebounds for Gateway Legacy. For Camp Jewell, LeRon Thomas had 5. Javion Leak had 1. Babel Diallo had 4. Keontae Huff had 3 for a total of 13. So a little bit of a lead. Gateway 16-13 over Camp Jewell in the rebounding department today.
And at the half, a 27-22 lead for Camp Jewell. Take a break, come back with the second half in about 5 minutes. You're watching the NCSAA. Start of half number 2 as Camp Jewell House leads at 27-22 over Gateway. Felipe Garcia trying to get a step, now brings it back out. And a 5-second call on Felipe Garcia. Just too much dribbling around and not getting rid of the basketball. From the wing, now Camp Jewell House will swing it back around. Huff out front to Leak. Again on the wing. Leak swings it back over, try to go to the corner, and pops up out of the hands of Picard, who now will hand it back out front to Thomas. Morano backing out. In the post it goes. Thomas got a step, missed the reverse, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath. Some would go on Gateway's Alexander Mame, his first, team first. And Camp Jewell House to the free throw line here. First one is good. Bubble Diallo with one more. It's good as well. 29-22. The lead for Camp Jewell House. Back the other way comes Pertel. Trying to work it right side, ran out of room. Is it back out front? Pull-up jumper from the top of the key, rattles off, no good from Medina. And back the other way comes Camp Jewell. Pull-up jumper from 12 feet, that won't go. From Leak. And back the other way comes Medina down the lane. And we got a whistle and a foul, and it's because of the slapping down. They're just saying straight up. So that's the 4th foul on Keontae Huff. Team first. And to the free throw line goes Sebastian Medina. First one is good. So Medina makes a pair. Thomas up into the front court here. Hanging on to it all the way out near half court. Picard trying to get down the lane and lost it. Now Gateway pushing it back up the floor. Garcia off in the corner. 3 ball. That's no good from Pretel. It got knocked out of bounds. And it will be Camp Jewell House basketball with 5:52 to go in the third. This comes back down the middle and will fade away from 10 feet, won't go for Thomas. Now Gateway pushing it up. Medina down the lane, and he traveled with it. Sebastian saying, about that, I kind of got hit 4 times when I traveled with the ball.
I admit I didn't move after I got run over 4 times, but
Looked up like, really? They got clubbed over the head 3 times, and then, yep, I took an extra step, I guess. Down the lane, that runner won't go. Taken back out. And the runner from 10 feet, no good. This tip back out near half court. Underneath. And a 10-footer off the mark by Babo Diallo. So that foul on Gateway's Sebastian Medina, his second, team second. Free throw off the mark. Diallo will have one more coming.
oh, got it. Went off trying to find a little caffeine for you.
Well, I'm going to find some caffeine at some point here. Maybe after this game we'll go find a Coke or Pepsi or something.
Yeah, I found the machine, but I looked in my head like a $5 bill, and I didn't know how to get any change the spur of the moment out of the machine.
We have a timeout to Gateway.
All right.
4:24 left in the third. Take a break. Come back with more in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. Lob pass inside is knocked back out front. As we come up on 4 minutes to go in the third. And a whistle and a foul. Babo Diallo with his third, team second. The problem for Camp Jewell is foul trouble. They don't have any subs. I mean, only one.
Oh, they do. Yeah,
so
you're right. Only one.
You foul more than one person out, it's going to be really difficult.
You play with less than what 5 is.
Out front, Garcia swings it over to Medina.
Well,
baseline Garcia.
Oh, they gave him the baseline.
Out front, Medina again, floater in the lane. No, we got a whistle and another foul, and guess who that's on?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, they cut Babo a break and gave him Javion Leak his second, team third. I thought that was going to be number 4.
Is he the only one in foul trouble, or?
No.
Oh.
Keontae Huff is on the bench with 4 fouls.
Oh.
Free throw is good. Sebastian Medina will have one more coming. 30-26. Card with it. We kind of circle back out front. Down the lane. Floater. Nope, that rattled in and out. And the rebound comes down to Gateway. A little bit of trouble in the backcourt. And up it comes. Down the lane. Good take, but the runner missed by Medina. A whistle and another reach in.
Number 10.
That's Felipe Garcia with his second, team third. Good pass in the middle of the lane. Diallo left that short. And collected by Mbai. To the way, good pass up ahead. And the layup by Alexander Mame. 30-28 with 2:22 to go here in the third. Back to the free throw line. Jumper there is no good by Diallo.
Mame with the rebound, his third one.
So down the lane, little turnaround, that rattles around and off. On the shot by Mbai. Down the lane, a whistle, and they're going to call that a blocking foul, but and I think they're even going to score the bucket. But the problem is he just went running in at 90 miles an hour and just ran over people. Oh, I guess they said it was on the floor? Okay.
Oh.
That makes that even stranger. Back the other way on the run. Good layup by Felipe Garcia. Tied at 30. 1:15 to go in the third. And a timeout to Camp Jewell House. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. .112 left to go in the quarter.
Okay, Camp Jewell's ball. Now they're having another meeting over in the corner between all the players and the ref.
So inbounds pass comes out to LaRon Thomas as they'll push it up the right side now for Leak. Out front to Brandon Thomas. Back over to LeBron again. Inside a minute to go in the third quarter. LeBron backs it out.
Fairly close game. 30-30.
LeBron gets down the lane. Left it off in the middle for Brandon Thomas. We got a whistle and a foul on Sebastian Medina. That's his third. Team fifth. I'm kind of in agreement with Sebastian.
Like, what do you mean?
Looked up and said, wait, what?
So what?
I'm confused by that. Was that his fifth foul? Did I have that many wrong down here? A free throw off the mark by Brandon Thomas. I'll have another one coming. And that one's good.
Well, I don't know.
31-30. We're down to 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And near side, that's picked off. We have a whistle and another foul. This is going to be on Santiago Pratel. That's his second. And team sixth. So LeBron Thomas flips it off the far side. Now gets it back. LeBron down the lane. Good take and finish with the left hand.
Nice. Kept it and scooped right underneath the tall timbers and put it right in.
Down to a couple seconds left to go in the quarter, and that will do it.
Ooh,
for quarter number 3. 33-30 is the lead for Camp Jewell House. Take a break. Come back to the fourth quarter in a minute. You're watching the NCSAA. Final quarter of this Division II matchup. Camp Jewell House leads at 33-30. They're also in a fairly decent amount of foul trouble. Good pass underneath. Diallo had it taken out of his hands. Put back up, no. Now, jumper from 10 feet is good. Let's see. That is Brandon Thomas. 35-30. And we've got a timeout to Gateway. 7:16 left, 35-30. Camp Jewell House. Be back here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So jumper in the lane is good by Felipe Garcia. Make it a 35-32 lead for Camp Jewell House. Down to the final 7 minutes of this one. He gave it up in the baseline to try to swing it back out front. Ron Thomas down the lane, couldn't get that to go. On the break, that's stolen back. Brandon Thomas to bring it back up.
Camp Jewell will be setting up here. They're going to take their time a little bit.
Pull-up jumper from 10 feet wouldn't go. Rebound underneath to Alexander Mame. Down to 6 minutes to go.
Reminds me of that game earlier with the turnovers.
And a whistle and a foul. Be on Alexander Mame, his second and team 7th. So bonus free throws coming up here.
Maybe. There we go.
And that free throw off the mark. So Thomas misses, back the other way. Comes Gateway. Under 6 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, well, he's gotten 3 rebounds here just recently. Put him up over 6 rebounds now.
Three ball on the wing. That's good. Triple by Santiago Pretel. That's his 5th 3 of the game.
Wow.
And we're now tied at 35. 5:30 left.
That thing just went slipping right on through there. Okay, we have Javon set it up again and see if.
Thomas comes back to the middle. They go back out front to Leak. Jimmy on the hole, under 5 minutes to go now.
They act like they want to get them, but they can't get them. They don't do anything. Interesting.
Huff leaves it off the right side. Good take in. We got a whistle and a foul as LaRon Thomas tried to get there. And that will be on Alex Mena. That's his 2nd. And 2 free throws coming up for LaRon Thomas.
Ooh. Back of the rim and I'm flying back out of there.
So LaRon with one more coming. And he'll hit that. So 1 on a 2, 36-35 is the lead for Camp Jewell House. 4:35 to go in the game. Here to decide who's going to get to the Division II championship. Mame down the lane. Floater is good. Nice take by Alexander Mame.
This is Division II? Really?
That's the far side. It goes for Leak. Trying to look now, hands it off to Thomas. On looking at the post, nowhere to go there. Thomas back out front, wanted to get a step off on the wing for Leak. Goes inside, we got a whistle and a foul. It will be on Felipe Garcia, that's his fourth. And free throws coming up here with 3:50 to go. And a 37-36 lead for Gateway.
We're running out of time, but we're also running out of fouls.
Free throw off the mark. It's deflected out of bounds, and Gateway will get it back. 3:48 to go.
All right.
Back down the lane. We got a whistle and another foul.
Boy.
So that foul would go on Brandon Thomas, his first, team fourth, and 2 free throws here for Felipe Garcia. First one is good. There'll be another one coming here shortly.
And woo, roll around and in.
Garcia with the pair. Now we'll pull up 3 on the wing. That rattles around and out for LeBron Thomas.
Yeah. Am I wrong in assuming that they're ahead by 1 point?
39-36.
Oh, 3 points.
Gateway is up with 3:10 to go. The right side, Garcia running out of room. Back up front for Patel. Down the lane, it scores.
All right.
41-36, 2:45 to go. Huff down the lane, missed the layup though. And the rebound cleared out by Garcia. Push it up the far side. Patel with it. Trying to get down the lane, now circles back out. Down to 2:20 to go.
Cam Jewell going to come out and get that ball.
On the lane, Patel from 15 feet. That's way off the mark. And here comes Cam Jewell also on the run. Little stutter step move. Layup good in the foul. So the bucket by Javion Leak. The foul is on Alexander Mame. That's his third. And now 41-38 pending the free throws and timeout to Cam Jewell House. Take a break. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So free throws coming up with 2 minutes left here. And that one's good. So it completes the three-point play and then checks out as he hobbles to the bench. 41-38.
Garcia circling the wagons.
Down to 150 to go. And if it comes to Patel. Pass across.
Nice
Layup
pass.
is good underneath by David Mbai.
Good ball movement. Good pass underneath.
43-39 down the lane. Layup. Good on the foul. And all the way to the hoop is LeRon Thomas. And he'll head to the free throw line as well. 43-41 is the lead for Gateway. And the free throw bangs around and in. 43-42. 1:25 to go. There's a steal off the inbounds pass. Thomas goes up and scores again. 44-43. And Gateway will get set to play it in here. He's back into the lineup for Camp Jewell. Comes Javion Leak.
He's fighting that cramp in his leg. I'm in trouble with that. Well,
Garcia up into the front court. 1:10 left. Off to Rojas. (44-43). Three ball on the wing.
Oh.
No good. Down the lane, floater, that won't go. Rebound tipped up, no. And now picked up down the lane. That layup's no good. Rebound still loose. Camp Jewell's had it, and it was knocked out of bounds. And Camp Jewell will get it back.
A lot of fighting over that rebound.
And we have a timeout on the floor. Take a break. Be back with more in a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So out of the timeout, comes into Camp Jewell House, trying to work it up the floor. LeRon Thomas pushes it ahead from Brandon Thomas. Back to LeRon, over to Brandon, down to 20 seconds left. Out to LeRon, and a whistle and a foul on Santiago Patel. Be 2 shots. That's the 3rd foul on Patel. 15 seconds left. good for LeBron Thomas. 45-43. And that's good. So 46-43. And timeout to Gateway. With 15 seconds left. We'll be back here in just a moment. You're watching the NCSAA. So 15 seconds left. Gateway needs a 3 to tie it. And it comes up the right side. Garcia trying to spin away. And we got another timeout. I don't know how he can have too many timeouts left. He's called 3 or 4 in the last minute alone. So 8 seconds left in the clock. Gateway really pretty much now, since that took so long, he's going to have a 3 here. It's really not very many other options.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right.
There's not much time left on the clock.
Sure, they can't have any more timeouts here, can they?
I wouldn't think so.
Hey, is this your old friend down here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Gateway to play it in. 8 seconds left. Never mind. Timeout to Camp Jewell House. We'll be back here in just a moment. Down to 8 seconds left. Inbounds pass deflected and stolen. Ahead it comes, and we got a whistle and a foul on Santiago Patel. That's his 4th. And if Brandon Thomas can make one free throw here, this game is done.
Put a fork in it.
Now, if he misses both,
still a chance. Not a very good one, but there's still a chance.
Free throw here is
Missed
no
it.
good, and the door is still open. And 5 seconds is plenty of time to push the ball back up the floor, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'd certainly put another guy on the other side to rebound.
Second one is good, though, and that's going to pretty well seal it. 47-43. And it comes down the lane, and the layup's no good, and that'll do it. 47-43 is the win for Camp Jewell here over Gateway Legacy. Final totals for Gateway: 6 points for Sebastian Medina, including 4 of 4 from the line. Alexander Mame with 4 points. 14 points for Santiago Pertel. 17 points for Santiago Pertel, including 5 3-point field goals. 2 for David Mbai, 1 point for Alex Mina. He was 1 of 2 from the line. 2 points for number 1, again, who was not in the book. 11 points for Felipe Garcia. He was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Gateway 5 of 8 from 3-point range. For Camp Jewell House, 6 points for Brandon Thomas. He was 2 of 4 from the line. 4 for Keontae Huff. He was 0 for 1 from the line. 7 points for Babel Diallo. He was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 10 points for Javion Leak, including a 3 and 1 for 1 from the line. 23 points for LaRon Thomas. He had 1 3-point field goal. He was 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Camp Jewell House, 2 of 9 from 3-point range. I'll pass off to you for our final rebounding totals.
Rebounding, first of all, for Gateway, we had Felipe Garcia with 3, Sebastian Medina with 3, Alexander Mame with 6, David Mabe with 4, and Alex Mina with 2. And the number 1 player, we didn't know who he was, had 5 rebounds for a total of 26 rebounds. On the Camp Jewell side of things, LaRon Thomas had 5, Javion Leak had 3, Markel Pickard had 1, Babel Diallo had 7, and Keontae Huff had 3, for a total of 19. So the rebounding totals went in Legacy's favor, 26-19.
All right, 47-43. The final. We'll take a break, come back. We'll go to Division 1 next, I do believe. We'll get to that here in just a few minutes. You're watching the NCSAA.